Those of you who do not know, I am Tonya. I'm a weight loss coach and I teach women how to lose weight without dieting, how to shut the refrigerator and open their mind instead. Okay? I've been doing that now for about 2 years almost, October 2019. So, but today I'm gonna jump right in. Today I am talking about my 8-pound weight gain. I see that we have a couple of people on live, so thank you for joining me live. Thank you for watching the replay. Say hello in the comments where you're from, especially if you are not watching from South Carolina. If it's Georgia, if it's Idaho, it doesn't matter. Ohio, wherever. Just say hello. And if you find this information valuable, if you find anything I say today valuable, even if it's just one thing, please like and share, because I don't have the same friends that you have. And let's not keep this to ourselves. Yeah, I want to serve as many people as I can. So I don't see any names, but hello, everybody. All right, today we're going to have a interactive conversation. It's going to be a dialogue, not a monologue. So I hope you're ready to type. All right, so for the ones that are on live and for you that's going to watch the replay, I want you to type in the comments below. What do you think? No, not what do you think. What did you think when you saw my topic for today? I gained 8 pounds. When you saw that that's what I was going to be talking about today, me gaining 8 pounds, what did you think? Come on, be honest. This is a judgment-free zone. We're family. Be honest. What did you think? I have some thoughts right here that I think that you probably was thinking. I'm going to throw some out there, and if this is you, you can say me. Yeah, I thought that. Or you can actually type what you thought in the comments. Okay, did you think... Good, she needed to. Did you think, how's she gonna be a weight loss coach and she gaining weight? Come on, I want some honesty. I don't have potato chip feelings, so whatever you say won't hurt my feelings. Did you think, I knew she couldn't keep it off without dieting. Did you think, oh, she did it intentionally. She meant to gain 8 pounds. She was trying. Did you think that? She could give me a thumbs up, so I don't know if that meant that you agree with one of them that I done said already, if that's what you had thought, or what, I don't know. But anyway, here's another one. I wonder where she going with this topic. Is that what you thought when you saw my topic? Or did you think, bet she'll work out now? Or did you think, what does that have to do with helping us? So she could thought that I had gained muscle. Thank you, friend. Or here's another one. This is the last one. I'm giving y'all time to type what you thought. Didn't think anything about it at all. That is an option. That is an option. All right. And y'all, let me just be transparent. I'm just like an open book, okay? I used to try to hide my notes. I'm not hiding my notes anymore. My coach is like a celebrity, and she has freaking notes. It keeps me on task, on the task at hand. All right, so I done gave y'all enough time to type in your comments. What did you think when you saw I gained 8 pounds? Well, let me remind you that 2 years ago, when I lost weight, remember, I said that I refused to do another diet. I said that I refused to live in a gym. I said that I refused to restrict myself. I said I had to do something that was sustainable. I wanted to lose weight in the way that I wanted to live. Okay? Remember? I don't know if y'all ever heard that part of my testimony, but that's the truth. Okay? So let me ask you this question. Do you think it is realistic to get to your goal weight and never gain a pound, never gain 2 pounds, never gain 3 pounds, or never lose a pound, never lose 3 pounds. Do you think that's realistic? Answer in the comment below. Answer in the comment below. And then I'm going to tell you what I think. Do you think it's realistic to get to your goal weight and never gain or never lose? You're just going to stay that one number. My goal weight was 130. That's right, Sheikah. Absolutely not. My goal weight was 130, but I ended up losing 10 additional pounds. So I was at 120. That's right, Unc. No. Y'all, but let me tell you what I used to think. 2 years ago, I used to have the mindset that once I get the goal weight, oh my God, I got to stay there. I got to keep working out. I got to keep whatever to stay at that number. Because heaven forbid I gain the weight. I gain a pound or 2 or whatever. But guess how that thought that I used to have 2 years ago, guess how that type of thinking made me feel? I was anxious. Every time I would eat bread, I would go walking. Or every time I eat bread, I would worry that, oh my goodness, what is this going to do to me when I get on the scale? That type of thinking led me to anxiety. It led me to being worried. I was worried anytime I didn't get a good workout in at the gym, or anytime I might have, I don't know, not even drink my water. Because back then I didn't even care about the water. It was, I felt I had to work out and I had to leave certain foods alone. So it led me to feeling worried, and it led me to feeling fearful. And that's not the life that I'm living now. Okay? That's not the life I live now. I told you, I want to lose weight in the way that I can live. And that's not living. That's not living. All right. So those emotions, they just not in alignment with who I want to be. Now, that's just me, y'all. I'm just talking about me. If that's you and it's working for you, kudos. Give me 5. Psh. But that's not the way I want to live. Because to me, that's bondage. And I was wanting freedom. Whatever I was going to do, it had to result in me being free from dieting. Okay? So what did I think about my 8-pound weight gain? First of all, Sheikah, that was a great guess. It's not muscle. Even though I joined the gym. For those of you who don't know, I did join the gym in February. Corey, shout out to Corey Patton, so that I could gain muscle. Y'all, it's not muscle. Okay? It's not muscle. And I know that it's not muscle because it went to my belly. All right? So it's not muscle, but that was an excellent guess. But I do intend on it. I'm never going to give up on gaining muscle because I got to beat Jada, my cousin Jada. She's in the gym every morning to gain muscle and looks so good, and she can do 5 pull-ups. I can't even do 1. I'm gaining some muscle, but that's not it. All right, so this was not muscle. So let me tell you about my thoughts about the 8-pound weight gain. And y'all, this wasn't like 8 pounds in 1 week. It was over, I think, like at least a 1.5 month span. Okay, this was like a 1.5 month span. And I weighed myself 2 weeks ago. And then that's when I was like, oh, you done gained 8 pounds. All right, so for those of you who are in my program, you know this. I talk about, excuse me, y'all. I talk about thinking differently so that you can be differently. We do thought work inside my program, inside my private group. And so let me explain to you real quick, for those of you who are not a part of my program, for those of you who are not in my private group, the difference between the habit brain and the diet brain and the non-diet brain. Or you can say the habit brain and the modern brain, or you can say the subconscious or the conscious brain. There is a difference. There is a difference. I said there is a difference. There is a difference. So my subconscious brain is my habit brain, is your habit brain. Everything we do is, so that's what you thought, Uncle. I need to keep that weight on. That's what most family thinks. Girl, you need to gain weight. But anyway, so my subconscious brain, your subconscious brain is your habit brain, for those of you who did not know. And so our habits, which is good because it controls my blinking, it controls our blood going through our veins, the organs working, it controls all that. But it also controls your habits, whether they're good or whether they're bad habits. They don't know. It just does what it do. Okay, so we have a subconscious brain, and then we have a conscious brain, the part of our brain that it likes to figure things out. It likes to problem solve, and it likes to be intentional, and it likes a challenge. It likes change. So let me tell you the conversation I had when I stepped on the scale, and it said 128, because that's the most I've weighed in 2 years. It'll be 2 years in July. So it said 128 2 weeks ago when I stepped on the scale. My subconscious brain, my habit brain said, just go work out real hard for about 2 weeks. You'll get it right off. And because I've been doing the thought work, I immediately heard it, and I immediately giggled, and I said, no. It's a trip, y'all. The subconscious brain is a trip. It's funny. I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Y'all, I refuse to live like that. So I said, no. And that's what makes this lifestyle different. Okay? It's not a dieter's lifestyle. I used to do that 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago, I used to, oh shoot, I done gained. Let me go work out real hard. Or let me get an extra day in. Or let me do 2 workouts. Or let me just not eat sweets for a whole week. So my diet brain said, and look, y'all, I've been doing this 2 years. Your habit brain is going to always bring up those thoughts, your old thoughts. So don't think it's going anywhere. If you're in my group, don't think it's going anywhere. But guess what I do? I practice thinking differently on purpose. I practice catching those thoughts and reconceptualizing them. But before I reconceptualize my thoughts, I ask myself, where did that come from? Whose thought is that? Who told you you had to go work out real fast and real hard just to get some weight off? God put it to me this way. Adam, Eve, who told you was naked? Because I didn't. So that's how I relate that to that. Who told me that I had to do those things? I don't. So my subconscious brain, though, it threw it up. And y'all, I had planned to eat cake that day. So it really got me. Tried to. It said, well, I know you planned the cake, but just don't eat the cake. What do y'all think I did? Sheikah, what did I do? Tell them what I did, Sheikah. I told you she know me like better than Scotty. Sheikah, did I eat the cake? Or did I listen to my habit brain and say, oh, yeah, I shouldn't? What I do, Sheikah, if you still on? Y'all, I ate the cake because I refuse to be somebody. That's it. Eat the cake, Annie Mae. I ate the cake. I did not lose weight restricting myself, and I was not going to start. I was not going to start. And I still ain't went to the gym no more than 3 days. I ain't finna start that. Now, if that's the life you want to live, that's fine. But what did I do? This is what I did. And first, well, before I tell you what I did, let me tell you why I don't worry about the scale. No matter what it says. I don't worry about what it says. Because this is what I teach. I teach giving myself, and I teach my clients to give themselves, once they reach maintenance, give yourself permission to live. Give yourself permission to live. How do you do that, Tonya? Glad you asked. I have a maintenance range. Have you ever heard? Comment below if you've ever heard of a maintenance range. I have a 10 8-pound maintenance range. What that means is I won't drop below, going below 120 or going above 120. So 110 that way, and then 130 this way on this end. That's my maintenance range both ways. I was within my maintenance range, 8 pounds. That's what I teach. And does that cause me to be anxious, fearful, worried? No, it gives me freedom. Freedom to live. So when my subconscious threw up, you better go do this, you better do that, don't do this, don't do that, I giggled and said, no, but this is what I'm going to do. This is my conscious. Then my conscious brain said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go back, look at your journal for the past month, your journal entries, your plans, and see what you've been thinking and see what you've been doing that resulted in this 8-pound weight gain. And that's what I did. I went back. I have my data. I don't know if y'all ever seen the photo I posted. I know I posted it in my private group, but I posted a photo about all the journals that I've had, that I've completed or filled up or whatever since 2 years ago. Yeah. And I will forever journal. How else you going to remember what you've been doing and thinking and feeling? I had data that I could go back and reflect on. So anyway, so once I did that, I chose one habit, one old habit that I noticed had resurfaced, and I made a small change. That's how I lost my weight. So why would I do anything any different? I chose one habit that had resurfaced, made one small change, and here we are talking about it. That's it. I didn't do anything drastic. It's not necessary to do anything drastic. That's been 2 weeks ago. I don't know what I weigh because I don't weigh every day. I don't even weigh every week anymore. That's another topic. That's another day. So y'all, it's not the weight it's not the 8 pounds. It's not the weight that concerned me. Guess what? And concern is like a strong word, but guess what was more important to me than those 8 pounds? It was the habits, my patterns. That is what I don't want to return. Nothing to do with the weight. I can get the weight off easily, like that. I know how to get the weight off. But the patterns and the habits, that's what keeps it off. Your thinking, my thoughts, my old thoughts returning, that's what'll bring the weight back on. So that to me is more important than anything. What old thoughts had I started back thinking that led to me doing some old patterns and having some whole old habits to resurface? And that's what I did. I figured it out. And so one thing, I'll go ahead and tell y'all what my one habit is out of the other, and it was more than one, but my one habit, my first one that I felt that was more important to me to start with was my sleep. I was like, girl, you been going to bed late. So that's what I did. I made a small change in my sleep. Ta-da. Because remember, I'm still within my 10-pound range. But because it was closer to 10, I had to go, when I saw that I had gained 4, 5, 6, I didn't go back and look at my data to see, what's going on. But when it got 8, when it got closer to 10, then I was like, okay, what's going on? And so it's the habits that I don't want to return. It's my old thinking that I don't want to return. I'm working on it every day anyway, because it takes years to change that diet mentality. But I will forever, if I have to, do it, because it's the easiest lifestyle ever. And I'm free. I don't worry about what if I can't get it off, or I don't worry about I never be able to have cake, or I don't worry about that stuff. It crossed my mind for that second, because that's just what your body do. It's going to throw up the habit brain. It's going to throw up something first. But I immediately heard it and said no. Who the Son set free is free indeed. I'm free. I'm free. So, let me see. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Because I've got like 6 minutes, y'all. I'm doing so good keeping that in my time frame and everything. Anybody got any questions so far? Anybody got any questions so far? Recognizing your habits and patterns is everything. If you change your mind, you really will change your life. You'll go from being someone who lives a default life, a life on default, to someone who lives on purpose. I purposefully give myself a 10-pound maintenance range. When my dad died, I got down to like 116. Even though that was within the range, I still got worried. I was like, I'm eating and I'm losing weight. It was probably stress, but that did worry me right there. But I don't even remember doing a lot of thought work about it, because I knew what it was. It was grief. It was sadness, stress. That's what it was. But I couldn't help it. I was eating, still losing weight. So I did go I've been the other way before too. But yeah. All right. So last question. I want you to type in the comments below. What was the positive intention of my 8-pound weight gain? Let me rephrase it. What lesson was in that? And so whatever your answer is, that is your takeaway from this live. Because I want everybody to learn something every time I go live, even if it's just one small thing. Apply it to your life, and then you can change the way you're doing things. If what you're doing you don't like, that is where I go wrong. I get into a routine and then go back to my old habits. Gloria, that is because this right here has to change. If you're trying to change what you do, like your routine, let's say your routine, if you don't get the routine up here first, then if you don't change your thoughts about doing that routine, then you won't be able to sustain that routine, because you haven't made it a new habit. You haven't thought differently about it. That takes practice. It takes practice, practice, practice. Try to listen to your thoughts about your routine. What are you thinking? What do you think about it? Because if it's anything, whenever say you start in your routine, and 3 weeks in, that's when you need to start listening for that subconscious brain. Start listening and see what it's saying. It's probably saying, let's stay in today. Let's not do it today. That's the conversation you have control over changing. If you don't get control over that conversation, if you don't discipline your thoughts, then you will live a default life. Your habit brain will win. Listen to that conversation. Try to do your routine tomorrow, and it'll trigger it. It'll prompt it to talk to you and see what it says. It'll probably say, nah, let's do it tomorrow. Nah, let's start over Monday. That's your habit brain. That's your diet brain. That's your subconscious brain. And it's doing its job. It don't want you to change. So you have to think differently on purpose. So when that thought comes up, what are you going to say? You're going to say, yeah, you're right. Let's stay in bed. It takes practice. I'm still practicing. I'm 2 years in, and you see it still throw up stuff to me. It's just I hear it, catch it, and change it. Because I'm just used to practicing. And I teach my clients to do the same. But it's up to them to do it. I can't do it for them. I don't have any magic. If you think I have any magic in my program, then that's not the program for you. You are the magic. I just teach women. I hold space for women to be who they are, where they are, feel their feelings, and then change when they're ready. And I guide them. I don't tell them nothing. I do give them information, but I guide them. Your inner knowing is what you need to tap back into, is your inner knowing, your intuition. And that's what I help. I help women tap back into their intuition. Sheikah said the lesson for us is to give ourselves a maintenance range once we meet our goal weight. Yes! Give yourself some grace. Give yourself permission. That's it. And Sheikah, I know you have one. But yes, that's the lesson. If you're afraid to give yourself a maintenance range, I just don't want to live like that. Maybe you do, but I don't. All right, y'all, I'm down to 1 more minute. And I think I've said everything I'm going to say. But do you see, y'all, the difference? Okay, Gloria, try it. And it takes practice. If you try it for a week and it don't work, then it won't work. I'm 2 years in and I'm still practicing. We've got however many years, Gloria, you've been on a diet or diet mentality, is how many years it's going to take to reverse it. So be in it for the long haul. Be in it for the long haul. But it's the easiest, most freeing lifestyle I have ever found. I won't go back to dieting. Now, diet just means way of eating. I won't go back to nobody else's diet, ever. My diet, Tonya's diet, Tonya's way of eating is how I choose to live because it leads me to freedom. So if whatever you're doing is leading you to feeling some kind of way that leads to stress, anxiety, fear, you're welcome to continue to do that. But if you are tired of that lifestyle and you're ready to invest in yourself, contact me. You can send me a direct message. You can comment below and I'll message you and we'll schedule a discovery session, which is another name for consultation. And I can help you get to where you're going, from where you are to where you're going. I'm just a guide. Not just a guide, but I am a guide. I can lead you to that freedom. But you have to believe that you're worth investing in. That's all I know. I'm in maintenance and I'm still a member of my weight loss coaches group. I would never stop because I'm worth the investment. That's it, y'all. So next week, if there's not any more questions, next week, I'm going to talk about the diet mentality versus the non-diet mentality, just in case some people confused about what that is and what those thoughts look like. So we're going to go a little bit deeper on what we're thinking. Because without changing your mind, your weight loss can be sustainable, but will you be free? Will you have freedom? That's the question. I wanted freedom. Maybe that's not what everybody's looking for, but that's what I wanted. So, see you all next week. And just remember, the answer to your problems are not in the refrigerator. So shut the refrigerator and open your mind. Bye.